Just going to come to you, Nasser, about the fact that we're seeing lots of organisations getting confused about the difference between workplace adjustments, reasonable adjustments, flexible working. We indicated that earlier. The list goes on. Why do you think organisations are getting so confused about all of this?
The fear of getting it wrong, and that actually stops them doing the right thing. So, and as always, perfection is the enemy of the progress. So I think what we have to do is, and going back to the line managers, which is also relevant, we found in our survey for a large client, it was published, before the adjustment program was put in, the biggest barrier was line managers weren't supportive. After the program was implemented and they got fantastic result, the biggest supporters were the line managers. And the two factors, what stopped them being allies rather than blockers, one was finance, funding. They had to do it out of their budget, so they couldn't afford it. And two, the expertise. Yes, I know this person needs help, but where do I get that help? Who's going to help me? Including, is that reasonable? When you take those away from them and give them a solution, then 95% plus will support this program. So I think going back to your question, if people know how simple a lot of these issues can be resolved, then they wouldn't hesitate to do it. But we don't get that luxury of talking to the senior champion, the sponsor, talking to the mid-level, and talking to the program manager, and talking to the employees, saying, we're here to make sure you're the best you can be, we'll support you, and it doesn't matter how much it costs. The surprise is it doesn't cost much, and it doesn't take too much effort. As soon as you have that conversation, and you establish a trust, then people don't need to be encouraged to disclose. They'll just come and say, I need a different tool to do my job better. And they get it.
And as you say, you know, even if you don't have a disability, but it helps you to do your job, why would you stop somebody from doing that?
A lot of the technologies that develop for disability spilled over to non-disability, like, you know, Alexa and all the voice recognition you get, that's been used by disabled people for many years. Text-to-speech and speech-to-text, these are the technologies that existed for 30 years. Now it's mainstream. Mind mapping is used by a lot of project managers, not disabled, but it's a life-changing kind of a tool for people with neurodiversity who can't really organize themselves. So I think that the solutions are within our capability today, have been around for many years, affordable and also mainstream. And I mean, Google and Microsoft have done a fantastic work in making their platforms accessible. So those tools could be made available, but because people don't know where to find it or how to use it, that's where we have a problem.